When it comes to serious chassis on the market, you should never meet the brand MDT Chassis. For that case, I'm going to be presenting to you the ESS model, which stands for Elite Sniper System. Made out of aircraft aluminum grade and using CNC machining, this is a very excellent quality. To me, this is my unicorn of a chassis that I always dream about. The tolerances on this one, once you assemble it, there is no wobble, there is no movement, it becomes a single piece. This is always, MDT chassis are always among the 5 finalists for any serious PRS or extreme long range competitors all over the world. They are always being preferred by snipers, professional shooters, as well as high rank competitors. Among the rifles and gun makers that is going to be compatible, it's going to be the first one, it's going to be the Remington 700 and all the clones out there on the market. It's also compatible, the ESS model, with the Savage 10, the Savage 110, the 338 Lapua Magnum, the Vergara rifle, the Tikka T3, the Ruger American rifle, and a lot more. You can check on their website, up to 17 varieties, either right or left-handed, that this model is going to be available for the users. From the factory, you're going to receive 3 boxes with the 3 different components that is going to complete the chassis itself. It's going to be the buttstock, the center, which is going to be receiving the action at the fore end. You're going to be focused on the buttstock first. You may have the option that's going to have the folding capability or not. This is pretty much preferred by professional shooters. I'm talking about snipers or police officers, that they have to fold this one in order to have a concealed enter into their final firing position. This is something that they're going to be preferring, not much by hunters unless you want to have it, so it's going to be a lot easier to carry in your backpack. You may have the folding options, or you may have this just straight option. This folding, it doesn't move. I know a lot of haters and a lot of competitors that they are not capable of producing folding chassis. When you fold them, when you deploy them back, there's no movement, there is no wobble, it's just extremely firm. The cheek rest is going to be adjustable for elevation, and it's also adjustable for lateral movement in case you are going to be taking all those extreme long range shots that you want to be really comfortable. You don't want to get any level of fatigue, and you don't want extreme consistency when you're taking the adjustment. It is also adjustable on the length of pull, it's also adjustable on elevation, and it's also adjustable. You can tilt it sideways a little bit in order to achieve your maximum comfort. When you talk about chassis, you are talking like a car that you have to configure it for every user. So you can do adjustment for your different length on your neck, the different eye relief that you're going to be talking about. So this is extremely adjustable for all kind of user. In this portion over here, you can insert a part that is going to add certain weight for all those people who like to play with the balance in the fore part of the rifle versus the rear part. So when you shoot, it's easier and more comfortable to manage because you already got it well balanced. The colors that this chassis is going to be available, of course, olive drab green. They also have it in flat dark earth, black and gray for the people who prefer it. There are also the patriotic colors, the red, white, and blue. It's just a personal preference. All the colors are gonna be using the Cerakote coloring, so it's gonna be a lifetime that is gonna be on your chassis. It's not gonna fade. It's not gonna be any kind of worn out. It's really something that is gonna be guaranteed. The middle part is going to be that it's gonna be holding your action. Make sure you select the right action and the right direction, right or left-handed shooters. The type of magazine that is going to be using, the type of feeding mechanism is going to be a detachable box magazine. This one is compatible with the Accuracy International, which is the standard on the world for any serious shooter. MDT produces the 13-round magazines that I really is cheating for competitors. This is the Accuracy International, but you know already. And what to pick in the front is going to have like a extra support, so when you are competing, there's no way you're going to be bumping onto your magazine, so it may cause you fitting trouble. So, you know, in the front, you're going to have a polymer grip. It's going to give you certain protection when you're being a bit. That's pretty much for the military users. So when they're operating in the desert terrain, it's going to be some thermal protection. The trigger grip is going to be wide open, so it's going to be used it's compatible with glove use. But the most important feature onto the center part is going to be that it's going to be compatible with any aftermarket AR-15 type of grip. I use the ergo grip because I kind of like it. A lot of people recommend it to me. You're supposed a little bit, but you don't cut too much, or you're gonna have like a little gap. As I made a mistake, MDT's grip are excellent. You don't have to do any kind of cuts or adjustment. They're just perfect the way they are from the factory. You have all kind of models, all kind of angles. So take a look at what they produce. For the competitor shooters or the people who like to use the open shooting grip, it's gonna have the thumb shell rest over here. It's just a personal preference that I use it. Some people don't use it, you know. The front part, there's gonna be 4 different kinds of them. This is the full rail or monolithic type. This is the heaviest one of the 3. You also have the night vision compatible rail, which is only up to the small part. You have a non-rail, and you have a carbon fiber, which is the lightest one. The length of them is gonna vary from 12 to 18 inches long. On the side, you're gonna have plenty of M-locks slots for all kind of attachment. You can have your laser rangefinder, you can have your pointer, your night vision, whatever you need to be attached onto the sides, or just your M-lock covers for a thermal protection. The QD slots is gonna be part of the fore end. You don't have to buy anything; it's already installed in the front of the chassis, as well as a bypass stuff. So you don't have to worry about buying them. Any aftermarket parts is already from the factory, comes with it. On the bottom, you're gonna have plenty of M-lock kind of slots, so you can attach your ARCA rail or any compatible parts. This is pretty much for competitors who like to run and switch position constantly. The rail, the fore end inside, it is capable of holding a full taper, full barrel, up to 1.3 of thickness. Of course, when you wear those, when you put those on your chassis system, you won't be able probably to use any side attachment. So it's something to consider. Finally, the last advice I want to give you that if you select the monolithic or full rail for the fore end, make sure you're gonna be ordering the high ring bases. That is not gonna be part of the package. You're gonna have to order it in the you know, like an extra expenses that you're gonna have to have. If you order the monolithic rail, you're also going to have to select the high rings from whatever scope manufacturer you selected, because in order to clear, as you can see, the objective lens in the scope, so it's going to be able to touch. It's not like the majority of the rifles out there that it's going to have a drop over there on the part corresponding to the monolithic, so you're going to have to clear that out. Another thing, it is very common that when people they buy their chassis from MDT, none of them will come with the grip, the hand grip. You're gonna have to buy whichever you prefer that is also gonna be compatible with your AR-15 type of a grip. The thing that I think that it could have been improved for this one, even the full rail, which is the longest one, is only 18 inches long. I think they could have been made on the 2022 or at least special orders, because I prefer to have my rail the longest. The farther the better, because they're gonna give you the more stability when taking extreme long ranges or just regular shots from prone position. It's just my personal preference. The majority of the people all over the world are happy with the 18 and they consider that to be the maximum. However, I would have chosen a longer one, but it's just my preference. As usual, thank you for following. If you learned something new, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with like-minded people. Don't forget to subscribe to see more upcoming videos related to the long-range shootings or target practice. You all have a wonderful day. God bless you all.